Nestlé Copyright S.A. is a Swiss multinational food and beverage company headquartered in Vevey, Switzerland. It is the largest food company in the world measured by revenues. Nestlé unregistered trademark S products include baby food, bottled water, breakfast cereals, coffee and tea, confectionery, dairy products, ice cream, frozen food, pet foods, and snacks. 29 of Nestlé unregistered trademark S brands have annual sales of over 1 billion Swiss francs, including Nespresso, Nescafé copyright, Kit Kat, Smarties, Nesquik, Stouffer unregistered trademark S, Vittel, and Maggi. Nestlé copyright has 447 factories, operates in 194 countries, and employs around 333,000 people. It is one of the main shareholders of La unregistered trademark Ariel, the world unregistered trademark S largest cosmetics company. Nestlé copyright was formed in 1905 by the merger of the Anglo-Swiss Milk Company, established in 1866 by brothers George Page and Charles Page, and Farine Lacta copyright d'Henri Nestlé copyright, founded in 1866 by Henri Nestlé copyright. The company grew significantly during the First World War and again following the Second World War, expanding its offerings beyond its early condensed milk and infant formula products. The company has made a number of corporate acquisitions, including Cross and Blackwell in 1950, Findus in 1963, Libya unregistered trademark S in 1971, Rowntree Macintosh in 1988, and Gerber in 2007. Nestlé copyright has a primary listing on the SIX Swiss exchange and is a constituent of the Swiss Market Index. It has a secondary listing on Euronext. In 2011, Nestlé copyright was listed number 1 in the Fortune Global 500 as the world unregistered trademark S most profitable corporation. With a market capitalization of $233 billion, Nestlé copyright ranked number 9 in the FT Global 500 2013. History. Nestlé unregistered trademark S origins date back to 1866, when two separate Swiss enterprises were founded that would later form the core of Nestlé copyright. In the succeeding decades, the two competing enterprises aggressively expanded their businesses throughout Europe and the United States. In August 1867, Charles and George Page, two brothers from Lee County, Illinois, USA, established the Anglo-Swiss Condensed Milk Company in Cham, Switzerland. Their first British operation was opened at Chippenham, Wiltshire, in 1873. In September 1866, in Vevey, Henri Nestlé copyright developed a milk-based baby food, and soon began marketing it. The following year saw Daniel Peter begin 7 years of work perfecting his invention, the milk chocolate manufacturing process. Nestlé unregistered trademark S was the crucial cooperation that Peter needed to solve the problem of removing all the water from the milk added to his chocolate and thus preventing the product from developing mildew. Henri Nestlé copyright retired in 1875 but the company, under new ownership, retained his name as Socia copyright tar copyright Farine Lacta copyright d'Henri Nestlé copyright. In 1877, Anglo-Swiss added milk-based baby foods to their products. In the following year, the Nestlé copyright company added condensed milk, such that the firms became direct and fierce rivals. In 1905, the companies merged to become the Nestlé copyright and Anglo-Swiss condensed milk company, retaining that name until 1947, when the name Nestlé copyright Alimentana saw unregistered trademark was taken as a result of the acquisition of Fabrique de Produits Maggi S.A. and its holding company, Alimentana S.A., of Kemptthal, Switzerland. Maggi was a major manufacturer of soup mixes and related foodstuffs. The Campania unregistered trademark S current name was adopted in 1977. By the early 1900s, the company was operating factories in the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, and Spain. The First World War created demand for dairy products in the form of government contracts, and, by the end of the war, Nestlé unregistered trademark S production had more than doubled. Nestlé copyright felt the effects of the Second World War immediately. Profits dropped from $20 a million in 1938 to $6 a million in 1939. Factories were established in developing countries, particularly in Latin America. Ironically, the war helped with the introduction of the Campania Euro unregistered trademark S newest product, Nescafé copyright, which became a staple drink of the U.S. military. Nestlé v Euro unregistered trademark S production and sales rose in the wartime economy. After the war, government contracts dried up, and consumers switched back to fresh milk. However, Nestlé v Euro unregistered trademark S management responded quickly, streamlining operations and reducing debt. The 1920s saw Nestlé v Euro unregistered trademark S first expansion into new products, with chocolate manufacture becoming the Campania Euro unregistered trademark S second most important activity. Louis Dapples was CEO till 1937, when succeeded by a Permil de Lardmoller till his death in 1948. The end of World War II was the beginning of a dynamic phase for Nestlé copyright. Growth accelerated and numerous companies were acquired. In 1947 Nestlé copyright merged with Maggi, a manufacturer of seasonings and soups. Cross and Blackwell followed in 1950, as did Findus, Libya Euro unregistered trademark S and Stouffer Euro unregistered trademark S. Diversification came with a shareholding in La Euro unregistered trademark Ariel in 1974. In 1977, Nestlé copyright made its second venture outside the food industry, by acquiring Alcon Laboratories Incorporated. In 1984, Nestlé v Euro unregistered trademark S improved bottom line allowed the company to launch a new round of acquisitions, notably American food giant Carnation and the British confectionery company Rowntree Mackintosh in 1988, which brought the Willy Wonka brand among others to Nestlé copyright. The first half of the 1990s proved to be favorable for Nestlé copyright. Trade barriers crumbled, and world markets developed into more or less integrated trading areas. Since 1996, there have been various acquisitions, including San Pellegrino, Spiller's Pet Foods, and Ralston Purina. There were two major acquisitions in North America, both in 2002. In June, Nestlé copyright merged its U.S. ice cream business into Drea Euro unregistered trademark S, and in August a $2.6 billion acquisition was announced of Chef America, the creator of Hot Pockets. In the same time frame, Nestlé copyright came close to purchasing the iconic American company Hershey Euro unregistered trademark S, one of its fiercest confectionery competitors, although the deal eventually fell through. Another recent purchase included the Jenny Craig weight loss program, for $600 a million. In December 2005, Nestlé copyright bought the Greek company Delta Ice Cream for $240 million. In January 2006, it took full ownership of Drea Euro unregistered trademark S, thus becoming the world Euro unregistered trademark S largest ice cream maker, with a 17.5% market share. In November 2006, Nestlé copyright purchased the medical nutrition division of Novartis Pharmaceutical for $2.5 billion, also acquiring, in 2007, the milk flavoring product known as Ovaltine. In April 2007, returning to its roots, Nestlé copyright bought U.S. baby food manufacturer Gerber for $5.5 billion. In December 2007, Nestlé copyright entered into a strategic partnership with a Belgian chocolate maker, Pierre Marcolini. Nestlé copyright agreed to sell its controlling stake in Alcon to Novartis on January 4, 2010. The sale was to form part of a broader $39.3 billion offer, by Novartis, for full acquisition of the world Euro unregistered trademark S largest eye care company. On March 1, 2010, Nestlé copyright concluded the purchase of Kraft Foods' North American frozen pizza business for $3.7 billion. In July 2011, Nestlé copyright S.A. agreed to buy 60% of Shu Fu Chi International Limited for about $1.7 billion. On April 23, 2012, Nestlé copyright agreed to acquire Pfizer Incorporated's infant nutrition unit for $11.9 billion. Before the acquisition, there was a bidding war between the three shareholders Nestlé Copyright, Mead Johnson Nutrition and Danone. Each of the companies held a share, with Nestlé Copyright holding the biggest share. As of May 28, 2013, Nestlé Copyright has announced that it will expand R&D in its research center in Singapore. With a primary focus on health and nutrition, Nestlé Copyright is investing $4.3 million in its Singapore center, creating 20 jobs for experts in related R&D fields. In 2013, Nestlé Nigeria successfully pioneered and implemented the use of compressed natural gas as a fuel source to power their Flourgate factory. Products. Nestlé Copyright has some 8,000 brands, with a wide range of products across a number of markets, including coffee, bottled water, milkshakes and other beverages, breakfast cereals, infant foods, performance and healthcare nutrition, seasonings, soups and sauces, frozen and refrigerated foods, and pet food. Nestlé Copyright's brands include, as of year-end 2010, Nestlé Copyright held 29.7% of the shares of L'Oréal Copyright AL, the world's largest company in cosmetics and beauty. Its brands including Garnier, Maybelline, and Lancôme as well as the Body Shop stores. La Euro unregistered trademark Aura Copyright AL holds 10.41% of the shares of Sanofi Aventis, the world's number 3 and Europe's number 1 pharmaceutical company. Joint ventures. The Laboratoires Innov is a joint venture in nutritional cosmetics between Nestlé Copyright and L'Oréal Copyright AL, while Galderma is a joint venture in dermatology with L'Oréal Copyright AL. Other joint ventures include, Cereal Partners Worldwide with General Mills, Beverage Partners Worldwide with the Coca-Cola Company, Lactalis Nestlé Copyright Produits Phrase with Lactalis, Nestlé Copyright Colgate-Palmolive with Colgate-Palmolive, Nestlé Copyright Indofood Citarasa Indonesia with Indofood, Dairy Partners Americas with Fonterra, Nestlé Copyright Snow with Snow brand milk products, Nestlé Copyright Modelo with Grupo Modelo, Corporate Affairs. Senior Management. The Executive Board, a distinct entity from the Board of Directors, includes Peter Brobeck-Letmarv, Chairman of the Board of Directors, Nestlé Copyright S.A., Paul Bulk, Chief Executive Officer, Nestlé Copyright S.A., Stefan Katsikas, Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A., Chief Technology Officer, Head of Innovation, Technology, Research and Development, Laurent Freaks, Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A. Europe, Nandunan Kishore, Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A. Asia, Oceania, Africa, Middle East, Chris Johnson, Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A. Americas, Jose Lopez, Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A. Operations, John J. Harris, Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A. Chairman and CEO of Nestlé Copyright Waters, Wan Ling Martello, Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A. CFO Finance and Control, Legal, IP, Tax, Global Nestlé Copyright Business Services, Marco Settembri, Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A. Head of Nestlé Copyright Waters, Luis Canterell, Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A. Head of Nestlé Copyright Nutrition and CEO Nestlé Copyright Health Science, Patricia Bula, Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A. Strategic Business Units, Marketing and Sales, Marshall Rowland, Deputy Executive Vice President, Nestlé Copyright S.A. Head of Nestlé Copyright Professional, Peter Vogt, Deputy Executive Vice President Nestlé Copyright S.A. Head of Human Resources, David P. Frick, Senior Vice President and ex officio member of the Executive Board, Corporate Governance, Compliance and Corporate Services. According to a 2006 global survey of online consumers by the Reputation Institute, Nestlé Copyright has a reputation score of 70.4 on a scale of 1 to 100. Financial data. Nestlé Copyright is the biggest food company in the world, with a market capitalization of roughly 210 billion Swiss francs, which is more than $200 billion. In 2013, consolidated sales were 92.16 billion Swiss francs and net profit was 10.02 Swiss francs a billion. Research and development investment was 1.50 Swiss franc a billion. Sales by activity breakdown: 22% from drinks, 7% from bottled water, 19% from dairy products, 15% from ready-prepared dishes and ready-cooked dishes, 11% from chocolate, candies, other sweets, 12% from pet products, 13% from Nestlé copyright nutrition and healthcare. Sales by geographic area breakdown: 28% from Europe, 44% from Americas, 28% from Asia, Oceania and Africa. Major competitors: Nestlé copyright S. largest international competitors are PepsiCo, Kraft Foods, Unilever and Mars Incorporated. It also faces competition in local markets or specific product ranges from numerous companies, including Sara Lee, Cadbury and Danone. Controversy and criticism: chocolate price fixing. In Canada, the Competition Bureau raided the offices of Nestlé Copyright Canada in 2007 to investigate the matter of price fixing of chocolates. It is alleged that executives with Nestlé Copyright, the maker of Kit Kat, Coffee Crisp and Big Turk, colluded with competitors in Canada to inflate prices. The Bureau alleged that competitors' executives met in restaurants, coffee shops and at conventions, and that Nestlé Copyright Canada CEO, Robert Leonidas, once handed a competitor an envelope containing his companion unregistered trademark S pricing information, saying, €OE I want you to hear it from the top, I take my pricing seriously, Nestlé Copyright and the other companies were subject to class action lawsuits for price fixing after the raids were made public in 2007. Nestlé Copyright settled for $9 million, without admitting liability, subject to court approval in the new year. A massive class action lawsuit continues in the United States. Nestlé Copyright CEO Robert Leonidas is under threat of a criminal charge for his role in the price fixing of chocolates in Canada when he was at the helm of Nestlé Copyright Canada from 2006 to 2010. Marketing of formula. One of the most prominent controversies involving Nestlé Copyright concerns the promotion of the use of infant formula to mothers across the world, including developing countries, an issue that attracted significant attention in 1977 as a result of the Nestlé copyright boycott, which is still ongoing. Nestlé Copyright continues to draw criticism that it is in violation of the 1981 World Health Organization code that regulates the advertising of breast milk substitutes. Groups such as the International Baby Food Action Network and Save the Children claim that the promotion of infant formula over breastfeeding has led to health problems and deaths among infants in less economically developed countries. Nestlé Copyright S policy states that breast milk is the best food for infants, and that women who cannot or choose not to breastfeed need an alternative to ensure that their babies are getting the nutrition they need. Ethiopian debt. In 2002, Nestlé Copyright demanded that the nation of Ethiopia repay $6 million of debt to the company. Ethiopia was suffering a severe famine at the time. Nestlé Copyright backed down from its demand after more than 8,500 people complained via email to the company about its treatment of the Ethiopian government. The company agreed to reinvest any money it received from Ethiopia back into the country. Melamine in Chinese milk. In late September 2008, the Hong Kong government found melamine in a Chinese-made Nestlé copyright milk product. 6 infants died from kidney damage, and a further 860 babies were hospitalized. The dairy farm milk was made by Nestlé Copyright S division in the Chinese coastal city Qingdao. Nestlé Copyright affirmed that all its products were safe and were not made from milk adulterated with melamine. On October 2, 2008, the Taiwan Health Ministry announced that 6 types of milk powders produced in China by Nestlé Copyright contained low-level traces of melamine, and were removed from the shelves. Greenwashing. A coalition of environmental groups filed a complaint against Nestlé Copyright to the Canadian Code of Advertising Standards after Nestlé Copyright took out full-page advertisements in October 2008 claiming that most water bottles avoid landfill sites and are recycled. Nestlé Copyright Pure Life is a healthy, eco-friendly choice, and the bottled water is the most environmentally responsible consumer product in the world. A spokesperson from one of the environmental groups stated, for Nestlé Copyright to claim that its bottled water product is environmentally superior to any other consumer product in the world is not supportable. In their 2008 corporate citizenship report, Nestlé copyright themselves stated that many of their bottles end up in the solid waste stream, and that most of their bottles are not recycled. The advertising campaign has been called greenwashing. Zimbabwe Farms. In late September 2009, it was brought to light that Nestlé copyright was buying milk from illegally seized farms currently operated by President Robert Mugabe's wife, Grace Mugabe. Mugabe and his regime are currently subject to European Union and United States sanctions. Nestlé copyright later stopped buying milk from the dairy farms in question. Palm oil use. Rapid deforestation in Borneo and other regions, in order to harvest hardwood and make way for palm oil plantations, releases large amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. In particular, where peat swamp forests are cleared, destroying the habitat for many threatened species of animals such as the orangutan, much public attention has been given to the social and environmental impact of palm oil and the role of multinationals such as Nestlé copyright in this. There is ongoing concern by various NGOs including Greenpeace. On its official Facebook page, the company met with a deluge of criticism from consumers, after a large number of Facebook users posted negative comments about the company's business practices. Nestlé Copyright's attempt to engage with the issue met with criticism, including headlines stating, "Nestlé Copyright fails at social media, and Nestlé Copyright loses face on Facebook." Nestlé Copyright chairman, Peter Brobeck-Letmarv, in answer to a question from Greenpeace, told the company unregistered trademark's annual general meeting in Lausanne on April 15, 2010 that in 2009 Nestlé Copyright used 320,000 tons of palm oil worldwide, comparing this with the 500,000 tons of palm oil used for biodiesel in Germany and Italy alone. In May 2010, Nestlé Copyright said it was inviting the Forest Trust, a not-for-profit group, to audit its supply chain, and promised to cancel contracts with any firm found to be chopping down rainforests to produce the palm oil which it uses in Kit Kat, Aero and Quality Street. Greenpeace welcomed the agreement, promising to monitor it closely. E. coli. In June 2009, an outbreak of E. coli 0157H7 was linked to Nestlé Copyright's refrigerated cookie dough originating in a plant in Danville, Virginia. In the U.S., it caused sickness in at least 69 people in 29 states, half of whom required hospitalization. Following the outbreak, Nestlé Copyright voluntarily recalled 30,000 cases of the cookie dough. The cause was determined to be contaminated flour obtained from a raw material supplier. When operations resumed, the flour used was heat-treated in order to kill bacteria. Child labor. The 2010 documentary The Dark Side of Chocolate alleges that Nestlé Copyright purchases cocoa beans from Ivorian plantations that use child slave labor. The children are usually 12 to 15 years old, and some are trafficked from nearby countries. The first allegations that child slavery is used in cocoa production appeared in 1998. In late 2000, a BBC documentary reported the use of enslaved children in the production of cocoa in West Africa. Other media followed by reporting widespread child slavery and child trafficking in the production of cocoa. In September 2001, Bradley Alford, chairman and CEO of Nestlé Copyright USA, signed the Harkin-Engel Protocol, an international agreement aimed at ending child labor in the production of cocoa. In 2005, after the cocoa industry had not met the Harkin-Engel Protocol deadline for certifying the worst forms of child labor had been eliminated from cocoa production, the International Labour Rights Fund filed a lawsuit in 2005 under the Alien Tort Claims Act against Nestlé Copyright and others on behalf of 3 Malian children. The suit alleged the children were trafficked to Khartoum, forced into slavery, and experienced frequent beatings on a cocoa plantation. In September 2010, the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California determined corporations cannot be held liable for violations of international law and dismissed the suit. The case was appealed to the U.S. Court of Appeals. In 2009, a joint police operation conducted by Interpol and Ivorian law enforcement officers resulted in the rescue of 54 children and the arrest of 8 people involved in the illegal recruitment of children. Bottled Life. A 2012 documentary with the title Bottled Life criticizes Nestlé copyright practices concerning its water business. According to the documentary, buying a truckload of water in the United States costs Nestlé copyright $10, which is then sold for $50,000. Nestlé copyright were in contact with the producers of the documentary, but finally declined to be interviewed, as they were under the strong impression that the film would be one-sided and not represent the company and its employees in a fair manner. Nestlé copyright denies that bottled water companies pay next to nothing for the water they use and make a huge profit for selling it. According to Nestlé copyright, the price of a bottle of water is similar to that of other packaged beverages, as it incurs similar costs linked to production, quality assurance, bottling, storage and distribution. One-third of the costs can be attributed to water and raw materials, one-third to production and one-third to distribution. Horse meat scandal. In February 2013, Nestlé copyright removed Buitoni beef pasta meals from shelves in Italy and Spain after tests revealed traces of horse DNA. The firm also halted deliveries of products containing meat from a German supplier. This was related to the 2013 meat adulteration scandal. We Feed the World. In the 2005 documentary We Feed the World, Peter Brobeck-Letmarv, who was the CEO of Nestlé copyright at the time, appeared in an interview at the end of the film. He said that water is our most valuable resource and should have a price to ensure its efficient use. He calls the idea of humans having a right to have access to drinking water an extreme solution defended by some NGOs. Nestlé copyright published later a statement on their corporate website saying Peter Brobeck-Letmarv believes water is a human right and the value of water should be determined in order to charge individuals and corporations who use excess amounts of water. Corporate social responsibility. World Cocoa Foundation. In 2000, Nestlé copyright and other chocolate companies formed the World Cocoa Foundation. The WCF was set up specifically to deal with issues facing cocoa farmers, including ineffective farming techniques and poor environmental management. The WCF focuses on boosting farmer income, encouraging sustainable farming techniques, and setting up environmental and social programs. Sustainable Agriculture Initiative. Together with Danone and Unilever, Nestlé copyright founded in 2002 the Sustainable Agriculture Initiative to promote sustainable agriculture in a comprehensive way. Within the framework of SAI, Nestlé copyright has worked with farmers to elaborate best practices in the areas of milk production and coffee and cocoa growing. The main objectives for SAI are to manage quality and safety problems in the food supply chain that may affect consumer confidence in everyday food products. The growing demand for quality food that will arise from population growth, increases in expendable income and expected changes in diet. Possible adverse effects and pressure of agriculture on natural resources and environment that may affect agricultural productivity. SAI act on a worldwide scale as a platform for industry collaboration in the development and implementation of sustainability in agriculture. It offers a platform for development in areas of public concern such as the quality and safety of produce, the well-being of rural communities, animal welfare, and soil, water, air, energy and biodiversity aspects. Creating shared value. Creating shared value is a business concept intended to encourage businesses to create economic and social value simultaneously by focusing on the social issues that they are capable of addressing. In 2006, Nestlé copyright adopted the CSV approach, focusing on three areas: nutrition, water and rural development as these are core to their business activities. In October 2009, Nestlé copyright announced its The Cocoa Plan. The company intend to invest 110 million Swiss francs over 10 years to achieve a sustainable cocoa supply. On October 23, 2009, Nestlé copyright and CNRA signed a frame agreement for cooperation in plant science and propagation, with a target of producing 1 million high-quality, disease-resistant cocoa plantlets a year by 2012. The aim is to replace old, less productive trees with healthier new ones. In September 2011, Nestlé copyright introduced The Cocoa Plan, a unregistered trademark in the Netherlands. The initiative is an extensive approach in which Nestlé copyright focuses on improving the livelihoods of cocoa farmers. The 5 main focus points within the program are: better quality cocoa plants, train farmers, chain management, improved social circumstances and cooperation with partners. KitKat is the first product in the Netherlands which carries the logo of the Cocoa Plan on pack. This means that Nestlé copyright will source the cocoa volume needed to produce all KitKat Euro-1 registered trademark S in the Netherlands from cocoa farmers and cooperatives that participate in the Cocoa Plan. Part of these farmers and cooperatives are already certified by UTZ Certified, a certification program for agricultural products launched in 2002 which claims to be the largest coffee certifier in the world. Nestlé copyright made the commitment with UTZ Certified to source only sustainable cocoa by 2014. E-collaboration: on June 22, 2009, Nestlé copyright Nespresso and Rainforest Alliance signed a pact called E-collaboration. One of the shared goals is to reduce the environmental impacts and increase the social benefits of coffee cultivation in enough tropical regions so that 80% of Nespresso's coffee comes from Rainforest Alliance certified farms by the year 2013. Certified farms comply with comprehensive standards covering all aspects of sustainable farming, including soil and water conservation, protection of wildlife and forests, and ensuring that farm workers, women and children have all the proper rights and benefits, such as good wages, clean drinking water, access to schools and healthcare and security. Expanding business in healthcare nutrition: in September 2010, Nestlé copyright announced to invest more than $500 million between 2011 and 2020 to develop health and wellness products to help prevent and treat major ailments like diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease and Alzheimer. A Euro-1 registered trademark S, which are placing an increasing burden on governments at a time when budgets are being squeezed. Nestlé copyright created a wholly owned subsidiary, Nestlé Copyright Health Science, as well as a research body, the Nestlé Copyright Institute of Health Sciences. Member of Fair Labor Association: in 2011, Nestlé copyright started to work with the Fair Labor Association, a non-profit, multi-stakeholder association that works with major companies to improve working conditions in their supply chains. On February 29, 2012, Nestlé copyright became the first food company to join the FLA. Building on Nestlé copyright's efforts under the Cocoa Plan, the FLA will send independent experts to Cartier Euro-1 registered trademark IVA in 2012, and where evidence of child labor is found, the FLA will identify root causes and advise Nestlé copyright how to address them in sustainable and lasting ways. Sponsorships: Good Food, Good Life. Nestlé copyright launched in several countries such as France, United Kingdom and Russia good nutrition programs to help children adopt healthy nutrition habits as a component of a healthy lifestyle. In Russia, the program has been introduced in 27 regions. Over 300,000 children in 5,000 schools are annually involved in the program, and in total nearly 1.5 million Russian children have learned about good nutrition as a result of it. Animation: in 1993, plans were made to update and modernize the overall tone of Walt Disney's Epcot Center, including a major refurbishment of the Land Pavilion. Kraft Foods withdrew its sponsorship on September 26, 1993, with Nestlé copyright taking its place. Co-financed by Nestlé copyright and the Walt Disney World Resort, a gradual refurbishment of the pavilion began on September 27, 1993. In 2003, Nestlé copyright renewed its sponsorship of the land. However, it was under agreement that Nestlé copyright would oversee its own refurbishment to both the interior and exterior of the pavilion. Between 2004 and 2005, the pavilion underwent its second major refurbishment. Nestlé v Euro-1 registered trademark S withdrawal from the land dates back from 2009. Music festivals: on August 5, 2010, Nestlé copyright and the Beijing Music Festival signed an agreement to extend by 3 years Nestlé copyright's sponsorship of this international music festival. Nestlé copyright has been an extended sponsor of the Beijing Music Festival for 11 years since 2000. The new agreement will continue the partnership through 2013. Nestlé Copyright has partnered the prestigious Salzburg Festival in Austria for 20 years. In 2011, Nestlé Copyright renewed its sponsorship of the Salzburg Festival until 2015. Sports. Nestlé Copyright's sponsorship of the Tour de France began in 2001 and the agreement was extended in 2004, a move which demonstrated the Campania Euro unregistered trademark's interest in the Tour. In July 2009, Nestlé Copyright Waters and the organizers of the Tour de France announced that their partnership will continue until 2013. The main promotional benefits of this partnership will spread on 4 key brands from Nestlé Copyright's product portfolio: Vittel, Powerbar, Nesquik or Rycore. In 2002, Nestlé Copyright announced it was main sponsor for the Great Britain Lionesses Women's Rugby League team for the team's second tour of Australia with its Munchies product. On January 27, 2012, the International Association of Athletics Federations announced that Nestlé Copyright will be the main sponsor for the further development of IAAF's Kids Athletics program, which is one of the biggest grassroots development programs in the world of sports. The 5-year sponsorship started in January 2012. Nestlé Copyright supports the Australian Institute of Sport on a number of nutrition and fitness fronts, funding a full-time member of the AIS Sports Nutrition Team, and athlete career scholarships for young athletes, and customised nutrition literature for athletes and all Australians. In particular, Nestlé Copyright and the AIS have developed free nutrition educational resources for school teachers. Over 60% of Australian primary schools have downloaded this information since the programme's inception. Other sponsorships of sports-related events include F5EB Women's Club World Championship, Tour de Langkawi, Sao Paulo Indy 300, Osasco Volleyball Club, Mentor Nestlé Copyright Nesquik Cup, Southeast Asian Games, SUKMA Games, Sultan Azlan Shah Cup and Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Selected awards, certifications and rankings. In May 2006, Nestlé v Euro unregistered trademark's executive board decided to adapt the existing Nestlé copyright management systems to full conformity with the international standards ISO 14001 and OHSAS 18001, and to certify all Nestlé copyright factories against these standards by 2010. In the meanwhile, a lot of the Nestlé copyright factories have obtained these certifications. For instance, Nestlé v Euro unregistered trademark's 3 factories in Japan have each obtained ISO standard certifications, ISO 14001, ISO 22000 and OHSAS 18001 as of the end of December 2008. In 2009, Nestlé Copyright Waters earned a 6th LEED certification. The certification was given by the U.S. Green Building Council's Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, which the company became its first recipient. It highlights the environmentally conscious elements of the facility which enables them to receive the certification. Nestlé Copyright Purina received in 2010 the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award for their excellence in the areas of leadership, customer and market focus, strategic planning, process management, measurement, analysis and knowledge management, workforce focus and results. In September 2011, Nestlé Copyright occupied 19th position in the Universum's global ranking of best employers worldwide. According to a survey by Universum Communications, Nestlé Copyright was in 2011 the best employer to work for in Switzerland. Based on independent research by the Corporate Research Foundation Institute, Nestlé Copyright has been certified in 2011 as a best employer in South Africa. Nestlé Copyright USA has been recognized by Businessweek magazine as one of the best places to launch a career. Businessweek ranked Nestlé Copyright USA number 25 on their annual list of the best companies for new college graduates to launch their careers. For the 12th consecutive year, Fortune magazine included in 2011 Nestlé Copyright in their list of the 10 most admired companies in the world. Nestlé Copyright won in 2011 the Stockholm Industry Water Award for its leadership and performance to improve water management in its internal operations and throughout its supply chain. The International Union of Food Science and Technology honored Nestlé Copyright in 2010 with the Global Food Industry Award. In May 2011, Nestlé Copyright won the 27th World Environment Center Gold Medal Award for its commitment to environmental sustainability. In 2011, Nestlé Copyright Malaysia won an award of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants for their sustainability reporting. On April 19, 2012, the Great Place to Work Registered Trademark Institute Canada mentioned Nestlé Copyright Canada Incorporated as one of the 50 best large and multinational workplaces in Canada. In April 2012, Nestlé Copyright obtained an A+ rating from the Global Reporting Initiative for their global annual report on creating shared value. To reach A+, the company provided new data in their annual report on a number of criteria such as human rights, diversity and gender, climate change, biodiversity and corruption. Nestlé Copyright was the first food and beverage company to achieve an A+ rating from the GRI for a global sustainability report. On May 21, 2012, Gartner published their annual Supply Chain Top 25, a list with global supply chain leaders. Nestlé Copyright ranks 18th in the list. In June 2014, Nestlé Copyright was awarded the International Coaching Federation's Prism Award in Switzerland for outstanding organizational coaching. Bibliography: La Strata Copyright Guy Nestlé Copyright, Helmut Morcha, French translation by Monique Thiolet, Maxima ed., Paris, 1995, ISBN 2840010720, see also. Big Chocolate, Farfel the Dog, Footnotes. External links: official website, Singapore website, article on ownership structure of Nestlé Copyright and Lara Copyright AL, Nestlé Copyright logo, design, history and evolution, text of the Cocoa Protocol.